Well, I want to welcome everybody to Veterans Brief Episode 2. And this episode, we'll be discussing how to be prepared, or the importance of being prepared for your classes, whether it be you're taking classes online or whether it be your face-to-face classes. But the important thing is you need to come prepared. And again, as in episode 1, this information is adopted from the book The A Game by Dr. Kenneth Sufka, and I'll be using some material that he put together in his book. This is his book. This is not an advertisement for the book, but I want everybody to know that this is it. It is available on Amazon if you would like to purchase it, but it's totally up to you. It's definitely a good book. He came to Pensacola State College last year and gave a workshop on these steps, and I thought it was very beneficial to the participants. So Will Smith has said it is better to be prepared than to get ready. So what does it mean to get ready? That is prepared, but that doesn't mean you are prepared. Getting ready is the process really prior to being prepared. So when you enter class, when you enter online or face-to-face, it's important to be prepared. And so Dr. Sufka, one of the things that we talked about in episode 1 is he has these deadly habits that he calls them. And deadly habit number 3 is come to class cold. He's basically saying if you come to class cold, then you're setting yourself up for either failure or not as a effective learning experience as what you could have. So the first things is failure to read the required text assignments before the lecture. So coming to class cold means that you didn't do your homework. It means that you didn't read the text that you were assigned beforehand, and so you're not prepared for the class, especially if it's a lecture class, whether it be online or in person. The other thing is distracted by social engagements and extracurricular activities. We can often get many things, or allow many things to take us away from what's important when it comes to class. We can allow home, we can allow other activities, we can even allow other classes to interfere with some classes. So we need to set some priorities and set some standards on how we're going to handle our schoolwork. Some people can't handle 4 classes at a time. Sometimes they can only handle 3 or 2, or maybe even 1, especially when you're first starting out. So that way you can prepare for that class and you can get ready. And the third thing that Dr. Sufka says in his Deadly Habits is putting the classroom obligations on the back burner. Basically, you're putting off for tomorrow what you could accomplish today. You're setting it aside. You're saying, oh, I'll get to that, or it's not important right now, whatever the case may be. So how do we get past that? What is the game changer? What do we need to do to be able to have that A game in college, to be able to do the things that we need to accomplish and be successful in college, whether it be in one class or whether it be the whole semester, whether it be for our full degree program? Read assigned material before the lecture. So read your material, do your homework. This will familiarize you with terms, concepts, and examples for the lecture. It will also organize these in your mind. So you'll be able to, when the lecture takes place or when you see the PowerPoint slides, you'll have some understanding of what they're talking about. Another thing we can do is review chapter terms and summary statements. At the end of each chapter in most textbooks, they have chapter terms. They also have some summaries of what was covered in that chapter. One of the recommendations that Dr. Sufka has is review those before you actually read the chapter. Look at the terms, become familiar with them, read the summaries, become familiar with what is being presented in the chapter, and then you can read the chapter with some level of knowledge and confidence that you're going to absorb what's in that chapter. Come to class alert. What does that mean? That means get your sleep the night before, eat before you go. Don't be tired. And I know many of us, we have jobs that we have to be responsible for before we come to class, and try to come to class as alert as you can. That is when the best level of learning will take place, when you're ready and you're prepared. The other option that you can also do, if permitted, is record the lecture. Ask the instructor prior to the semester if you can record the lectures. If that instructor permits you, then it is highly recommended that you get some type of digital recorder and record the lectures. And then while the lecture is taking place, even though you're recording it, take notes. Take notes during the lecture. Write down what what is being said as much as possible. You know how you learn, so take notes according to your learning and how you organize your thoughts in your brain. And then you can go back and use the recorded lecture to fill in any missing parts on your notes. So you can re-listen to the lecture and then go back to your notes and fill in anything that you missed. Bottom line, there is no substitute for good preparation before class. It is very important that you come to class prepared, that you do the assigned work. And so in summary, what did we talk about? Don't put off reading the assigned material until after the lecture. Do it before the lecture. This allows you to get familiar with the terms, the concepts, and the summary statements prior to class. Get good sleep, or at least get some sleep. Be restful when you come to class. Be energized when you come to class. That helps you be ready for what is being presented. Record the lecture if you're permitted to record it. This will also help you. And then take notes during the lecture and use the recorded lecture to fill in any gaps in your notes. Bottom line, there is no substitute for good preparation. Again, I hope you guys have a great day. I want to thank you for viewing the Veterans Brief. And this is John Woods, and I'm out.